Hi, Kathryn.
Hi, Mary.
Thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Appreciate it. As you know, I was up in Sacramento yesterday doing some advocacy in support of Senator Susan Eggman's bills for conservatorship reform in our state. And you were kind enough to come in today and join us as we did a press conference on the importance of reforming conservatorship. And so I just was hoping if we could have a little conversation about your experience and that of your son and why you think it's important that we improve our mental health care system and specifically reform our conservatorship laws. So can we, maybe just to back up, would you just tell us a little bit about your background and what brought you here today?
So I'm just a mom. I have been involved with my son now for 20-some years. He had a traumatic head injury, which shortly thereafter sent him into just losing reality. And so he was diagnosed with schizophrenia, and it's been a downhill journey ever since. Conservatorship is the only way you can get someone like my son with a seriously mentally ill problem into an upper level of care.
So without conservatorship, what has the experience been like for your son?
It has been terrible. I mean, he hears radio waves, he hears voices, he now has lost touch with reality. So he thinks he's from a different planet at times. He goes in and out of reality. Most of the time, I cannot carry on a conversation with him.
You mentioned how he's cycled in and out of different facilities in different parts of our system. Is it fair to say that in his condition, he's often not in a position to voluntarily ask for and accept the care that he needs?
In fact, he does not think he needs it.
So what happens with someone, just with the status quo today, someone is severely mentally ill, they hit that 2-week max, and then what?
They're released.
Released where?
Sometimes to the streets. He's been released to the parking lot of the case managing team. He's been released just to the streets. And that is after me begging them to get him conserved. So,
as a parent, I can
yeah.
only imagine, I imagine how you feel. That's horrible.
Yeah.
I'm sorry you've been through. How many years have you been struggling to get your son the care that he needs?
For about 5 or 6 years. So this has really been a disaster, and it's just not right. It's not right to have people suffering like this, and our streets are littered with the same types of conditions I see all over.
So I understand that just a few days ago he was put under a conservatorship.
Yes,
is that right?
Just a few days ago, yes.
How did that make you feel?
Wonderful. No one wants to keep anyone in a conservatorship longer than is necessary, but if it comes to that, then they have all the tools to help him stabilize and be on a better path in his life. So that's what I am extremely happy about. And because of it, he's been able to stay longer than he normally would.
Past the 2 weeks?
Yes. And so they have started him on a medication, and last night when I visited him, I had the very first conversation that made sense between us in probably 2 years.
Oh my gosh,
that's
amazing.
That gives me hope. So, and that is the impact of all of this on one person. So what can it do for the hundreds that are out there?
Well, it took far too long, but yes. I'm really glad to hear that good news.
Yes, thank you.
I'm happy for you.
Thank you.
But I'm sorry for everything you've gone through.
Well, I'm just glad you're doing something about it.